In just about an hour, the Chicago Sky take the court in Indiana for a matchup against the Fever. This is a highly anticipated matchup that's going to be on ESPN, no less, between the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever. Me and Steve are going to break it all down, our expectations, our thoughts, and more right after this.
Welcome to Chicago Sky Central, and here's your host, Haize.
What's going on, Sky fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Sky Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Sky related. We got a marquee matchup today, Steve-O. ESPN, bro. This is how big this matchup is. Everybody's looking at that. We got the WNBA debut of Camila Cardoso as well in this game. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston in this game. The Indiana Fever had a struggle of the season. Only one win so far on the season. They're 1-8. The Chicago Sky come into this game at 500 at 3-3, which is really where I wanted to see this team be at. After until Camila came and made her debut. How you feeling coming into this game, Steve-O?
Hey, bro, it's DC versus Marvel in this mug. It's the champions versus the non-champions. It's the rival of the rival. It's Larry versus Magic. Like, this is what we've been waiting for. This is the storyline. This is what everybody been talking about. This is why the W is as big as it's been. This is the whole thing. And then on top of that, the big scoop of ice cream on top of that, we get to see Camila Cardoso make her debut. And if you looked at her today, she came in with that tracksuit on straight business. Yeah, she got a one-track mind. So, like, hey, from the Fever, I'm scared. I'm really scared right now because it's not too many people that can hold E-Will. It's not too many people that can hold most of our bigs. But to ask somebody that's 6'7" like that, and our confidence is at an all-time high after coming off a win, it's scary times to play the Sky right now. Like, I hope they got their big girl britches on because it's gonna be one.
It's definitely going to be a game. I mean, you got Caitlin Clark, who, despite, people wanting to, make knee-jerk reactions on her, she's averaging almost 18 points per game, leading the Fever in both points scored and assists. She's also averaging 5 rebounds and over a steal per game. And, oh, by the way, over a block per game as well. Caitlin Clark is balling. And I know the Fever haven't gotten a whole lot of wins, but I think people are really, because of narrative and things like that, are trying to find an angle to say that Caitlin Clark isn't as good as what she was cracked up to be. Caitlin Clark is balling, period. Yeah, those are averages that, had her team been winning, we're talking about she could be an MVP conversation with those numbers if they just had a little bit more wins. And so you don't want to overlook this opponent based off their win total because they got talent on it, and we already know what Aaliyah Boston is. Like, you don't want to overlook her at all and what she's able to do, even though she's only averaging 11 points. And then you still got Kelsey Mitchell on this team. You got Nalisa Smith on this team. This is a Fever team that is going to fight and compete hard. Now, win or lose, we'll end up seeing it. Well, of course, we hope that the Sky are going to come out on top on that, but the Sky cannot come into this game lacking at all, and I doubt that they will. Coach Spoon has these ladies ready. They're going to be energized by the debut of Camila Cardoso. We don't know exactly how many minutes she's going to play, if she's on a minutes restriction or anything, but I can't wait to see a fast break with Marina Mabry or Dana Evans leading it, with Dana, Marina, maybe even Diamond DeShields and Camila Cardoso being the trailer on that. That's a fast break that you got to watch your neck on, is all I can say on that one.
You gotta have that feet. You better not get flat foot, because you get flat foot, you getting your ass ran over. It's simple as that. But Caitlin gonna get hers. But it's the way she get hers, and the way she coming off the team that she just played, which is Seattle, and how similar they played against us. And that's the team that gave us the most work this season. I hope she's coming to be ready, because every bucket is going to be tough that she makes. It's going to be a body, chest to chest, whether it's Dana, whether it's Kennedy, whether it's Michaela. We got so many guards to throw at her, and we going to move and we going to shade her wherever she goes. So I hope she knows that. So it's not going to be, it's going to be a rough and tough game for her. And the bigs, I ain't too much worried about the bigs, because I just know they can't handle it. With everybody back, expected for Harrison to play today. Diamond's back, having a good game last game. On top of all our bigs, E-Will been killing, been our best, most solid player, of course. Angel, they're not going to be able to handle it. So if we play discipline, stay out of foul trouble, I don't see why we can't win big tonight.
Absolutely. And I didn't know this coming into this game until this morning. This is the opener of the Commissioner's Cup play as well. So this is a game that
Yep.
could have implications on that Commissioner's Cup as well. So, you got to get tuned in for that. But listen, I try not to make storylines all about one players because it is about the team. But I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I want to see Camilla come out there and just physically just give somebody the business, at least on a couple of plays, man.
I do too. Like I mean, I think a lot of people is seeing what these other rookies is coming off their injuries and how they get acclimated back into their lineups and respect the schemes. But this is just a different injury. Like I don't think it's that difficult. Like I think you could test the shoulder in practice.
Yeah.
Like I don't think if she said months a month in advance, I'm going to be there and I'm ready, I'm expecting to play. So that means she's gonna play. I think she's gonna play a significant amount because it's a shoulder. If she can't play a shoulder injury, especially with no needed for surgery, anything, it's about pain tolerance. And at this point, I'm pretty sure she's pain free, so I don't really expect her to get a minute restriction. I might expect a slight, like of course I don't expect her to go play 25 minutes plus, but I wouldn't be shocked if she played close to 18 to 20.
And this is an important period for her to come back at. That we basically, for all intents and purposes, we have about 6 weeks right now before the All-Star break. And don't forget, on top of the All-Star break, which is a weekend, we then have the Olympic break on top of that. So they're going to get an extended break. These next 6 weeks, this is the time where the Sky can really build that full continuity. We're healthy now for the first time. We're going to be hitting the ground running. We got a lot of big time matchups between now that are going to be on primetime TV as well. This is an important stretch for the Chicago Sky and for Camila Cardoso because she gets these 6 weeks to really acclimate to the WNBA game. The teammates get to fill out their true rotation, and then we get to come back. And at that point, we got basically 2 months before the end of the season at that point. So those last 2 months, I'm really looking for this team to really be the perfect version of themselves in a lot of ways is what we can expect from the team.
Yeah, like you said, we're a little bit ahead of schedule. What most people are when they do a complete flip like we're doing now.
Yeah.
So like you said, every game is growth. You see something different. You see something we can work on. We see something that we improve on each and every game. And I think that's why this is probably the most exciting process to me when it comes to basketball and you're a team that you love because you like to see the growing process of it. And you seeing the growing process. You seeing like, oh, you're questioning the guard play, and then the next game, the guard play shows up that you just questioned. And then the wing play, you question the wing play, you don't know how they're going to be, and then the next game they show up, and it's just a constant growth every time you see this team, and it is what it is. I love seeing it, and I'm especially with everything going up. This being the Commissioner Cubs game, it's gonna be one of those. It's really gonna be one of those, and I'm geeked. Like this is probably the most geeked I've been for a game yet. So, and I'm glad they smart to put it on the first of the day.
Yeah, listen, as much as I have problems with the WNBA and some of the times they're scheduling and things like that, and even this game, I think being as early, especially in a weekend where there's no NBA, would have been nice for this game to kind of more been kind of in prime time. But I'm not going to nitpick, but they understood what they were doing when they scheduled the opening of the Commissioner's Cup against two players that had rivalries in college, and that were one of the biggest storylines in college as well. They knew what they were doing. They picked a good thing in that one, and this is a nice game for the Sky to really tap in on, man. And we just got to see this team continue to just build off what they've done. Last game was a really good game for the Sky as far as like against the Sparks, getting the offense back in tune, right? Sharing the ball around, everybody moving around. The fact that Will had such a big offensive performance, I think says a lot about like how she can impact the team and things like that. But getting Camilla back, man, this is gonna be a big game.
It's tough. Like she's gonna get us out of so many binds on offense. Like there's gonna be so many times where like we just can't get anything going, and then it's gonna be like just dump it down to Camilla, and Camilla make a move, and she's gonna be able to do that. And as she gets smarter, as she gets stronger, that's gonna be the scariest part because, like you said, you can't teach 6'7". You just can't. And then if she actually develops more post moves, her footwork is already pretty good. But if she gets better in the footwork, better touch, and then we already know that type of monster that she got in her, and the type of monster that Coach Don Staley was trying to bring out of her every game. She was like, Camilla could be the number one player in the world when she's on that. And it's up to her when she wants to do that. We've seen her when she's on that. She's a whole different person. Like outside of basketball, she's one person, but when she between them lines, she's a dog. So like,
and it's such an interesting dynamic because like when you just hear Camila Cardoso speak outside of basketball, she's sweet. She's like this even soft-spoken person to a degree. But when she gets on that court, it's a completely different monster, and I love that aspect of it. In a lot of ways, it's kind of like Coach Spoon. Like Coach Spoon is when she's talking and giving press conferences, seems so like the sweet auntie. When that game's going on, I wouldn't want to sit next to Coach Spoon because she may turn around. She might as well. She might turn and look at you and be like, "And you stupid motherfucker, you just sitting there, draw up a play or something." I'm not even a coach, Spoon. I'm here to watch the game.
Well, take your ass home because you get on my nerve. You're making me nervous. Move.
Exactly. Oh, bearded bastard. Get the hell up out of here. All right, Coach Spoon. I'm going to shut the hell up. But yeah, I love that aspect of things. You want competitors, man. And I love that. I don't know if you got to see it or not. They did a little interview with Angel Reese probably about 10 minutes before we got on ESPN. And she was talking about how her and Camilla have always been friendly off the court, but talked about how they've competed against each other in AAU and in college. Now, people question like if they were actually friendly off the court. And it's like, y'all got to remember, I get it that people have a different outlook because it's women. These are still competitors. When that game is on, a lot of these ladies are probably friendly outside the game, but they dogs when the game gets on, and that's the way you need to watch it, man.
Yeah, like even back like since high school, they was in the DMV area. As I know, she's from Baltimore. She was in kind of like the New York, Maryland area. Camilla was. So they battled all through high school, and she originally went to Syracuse, and then she transferred to South Carolina. And that's when the battle continued when they both was in the SEC. But yeah, but don't get it twisted. Like, even though they nice women, they got an edge to them. Like, Camilla feisty as hell, and we all know you can't say no slick shit to Angel. We didn't see Angel. Angel's probably one of the most funniest goddamn play. I promise you. The number one, I remember I sent the clip to my homie when I first found her, and it was a clip where she was talking shit, and she said, "Huh? What you say? You not cut like that. You really not cut like that. How many points you got? You not cut like that." And I was like, who is Angel Reese? Let me see, can she hoop? Did I see how she hoop? I was like, oh yeah, I like her.
You know somebody who's feisty on this team? Y'all just for anybody who's watching the game today, pay attention to how much shit Marina Mabry talks. Like it wasn't the game against the Sparks. It was a game before that. No, I think it was when we played the Sun, and it was Carrington, and she was like, "All right, bitch," and I was just like, "Oh shit!" And she looked at her dead in her face like, "All right, bitch." I was like,
nothing she did in Chicago ain't got shit. Look at what she says and look up her feisty moments in Dallas.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She was disrespectful. Marina might be more disrespectful than Angel, to be quite honest with you. Like, Marina got a motherfucking mouth.
Yeah.
Like it don't take nothing. I promise to God. Watch how fast she flips a switch. She could be cool, smiling one moment. If you just push off of her just a little bit, that's gonna tee up. The fuck you, bitch! Don't touch it. Like, damn. Like, you will see.
HSC, what is wrong with you, bruh? Like,
that's the type of shit to get you facility correction officer 54752.
That brother's starving. That brother's starving is all you can say there. Hey man, that's wild. Bro.
That's wild.
Brooklyn says, "Yo, Stevo, Haize, y'all missed up that she was mad at Marina during the Sun game. They played it off well, but they was pissed at each other. They cool now, but if you look at that press conference, who you talking about? Who was mad at each other? Angel and Marina? Is that who you talking about? I don't. Yeah. Y'all got to say the names of who y'all talking about. First, I'm still thrown off by SHC, bro. Listen, go get some water. Go take a cold shower, my boy. That
was
for
a walk.
Yeah, that was wild, bro. He said, I'm talking about her attitude on the court. What does it got to do with? Never mind. Hey, listen, you thrive, brother.
Sure you
thrive.
was. Sure you
Angel
was.
Marina. Oh, listen, I wouldn't be surprised. They're competitors. Listen, they got their ass kicked that game. I'm not surprised if they got into it a little bit. Like, it is what it is. That's teammates. They're gonna deal with it, and not all teammates get along all the time. And some of the best players, some of the closest teammates will tell you that there was times they got on each other's fucking nerves. That's just how it happens sometimes.
But if you know anything about Angel, that's probably her closest teammate then. If she's able to yell at you like that and able to yell back at you like that, you only seen her do that, especially at LSU and in Maryland. She only did that with her closest people, Fly J, and when Alexis Morris was there. That's who she was the most comfortable with on that. And we've seen it. She would look you dead in your head, go head to head, like, hey, chill out. You cool? She's that type of player. So whenever she gets into a confrontation with a teammate like that, I always know she's gonna handle it. It happens so many times. I'm almost used to it at this point.
For sure. You know, one thing else, man. Hey, 2K in 2K25, can you get the ladies to look like themselves, please? Because man, listen, 2K24, like they updated it, they made it a little bit better, but it's still rough. It's rough, bro. Like,
they do need to. You can't even create somebody to look like somebody. The creation of itself, those do it both good. That's all I gotta say. Don't have it like I hate people that do stuff like that. If you gonna have both things, do right by both of them. If you gonna have everybody scanned, well, I can't even say that because they ain't even got ant scanned to the game, so I can't even say shit.
Yeah, they don't have.
2K get this shit together.
Please do. Let's get back to the game. What are you looking at as some of the keys to the game for the Sky in this one, Stevo?
Physical. You gotta be physical. If you physically outplay them, they gonna take themselves out the game anyway. They gonna start for us turnovers. Like almost anything they do, if we get them slightly frustrated, is gonna work in our favor because they gonna take themselves out of the game. And some of them gonna check out, and it's gonna force a lot of turnovers, which we get anyway. So if we don't allow her to go off, Caitlin Clark to go off, because I've always said I don't mind the 30 points is cool. But when she's flirting with 20, 12, and 10, that's when it's a problem. That's most likely when she's winning the game. So if she's flirting with triples and double doubles, that's a problem.
Oh, we gotta update, Stevo. Diamond DeShields is out today. The Sky just tweeted this out 5 minutes ago. She's out with a non-COVID related illness. So she probably got what me and you had a week ago.
So. Because hey, y'all take care of yourself because there's something going around. I don't know what that is. But even with that being, I'm not too worried about that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. There's a talented team. There's a lot of talented team players on this Fever team, but they're not a team yet. That's the only thing. Like, I'm not worried about them. Like, don't get me wrong. We can't take them for granted. We can't play lackadaisical because they can't beat us. They've been into a lot of close games with a lot of good teams, so they got the talent. But if they play the defense, I know they playing, and the offense is steady growing on top of it, again, the addition with Camilla, I'm not too worried about this game. I'm more worried about us losing this game because that's the only way we're gonna lose this game. We beat ourselves.
Yeah, for sure. It comes down like you said. You can't overlook this team, but let's be clear here. The Fever are one of the worst defenses in the league right now. So I'm
petty. I want to be quite frank with you. I want to whip their ass. Like, you got to be out. Like, we got two people that beat their ass in college back to back. Like, bully her. I'm known that type of time and bully her ass. Make a statement. Show y'all like this is the team that need to be on ESPN. Damn it, that's the type of time and I'm on.
Yeah, I mean, listen. The thing is, I know people want. I don't care about blowouts or anything like that. Let's get the dub, right? Like, again, you blow out a 1-8 team, ain't nobody really turning too many heads on you in that case. Like, when we face the Lynx, the Aces, the Storm, that's when I'll care about a blowout. Against the Indiana Fever, I'm not too worried about it. But I
kind of treating them like Green Bay. They Green Bay to me.
I've been on the bandwagon of I need a true rivalry between the Sky and the Fever, and the fact that Caitlin Clark went there and Angel Reese came here, that went to my agenda. We are on the path of getting that. That's what I care about. Like, so it is what it is there. But
I'm trying to stir the pot.
Yeah, listen, bro. I hope all I need to see is Angel Reese get switched on to Caitlin one time and get a block shot. That's all I need. Just please. See Dub gonna be crazy on the live call if that happens.
Or get us that steal. She always get that poke.
Yeah, that'd be fun. But yeah, this is a national televised game. This is a big game for both teams, and I love that this shows that the WNBA is trying to still look inside the box because it's still Caitlin Clark, but really hope that a lot of people turn out for this. For everybody who's been asking how and getting frustrated on where to watch the games, things like this, I know y'all got ESPN. We need to make sure that we turn out for this game because we need to make sure that everybody knows that when the W is on a major network, we're gonna show out and watch. That's how we get more games aired in more places that we can watch it for sure.
Bro. Yeah, but yeah, y'all better have ESPN. If you ain't got ESPN nowadays, you ain't a basketball fan. Forget a W fan. You need to have ESPN. But this is not the game to miss. Hey, we've been talking about this game. We've been hyping this game up for a minute. This need to be it. This need to be the one. This need to be the start of the rivalry. This is it. And I'm geek for it. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's get this. Let's go out here and get this dub. Listen, is this? Bro, I'm gonna tell you, as a grown ass man, don't talk about women's monthlies, bro. Like, what are we doing here, bro?
Who said something? Huh?
Soul Junior, man, bro. Like, y'all gotta stop. Between you and SSJ, why y'all tripping today? Why y'all pick today of all days to get to tripping?
So you get sickness and you go to that?
That's just see this like, when sometimes women say men need to shut the fuck up, we do need to shut up sometimes because sometimes people say shit and just be like, that's just stupid. I mean, I hate to be frank, but what?
Okay, then okay, maybe he fucking Diamond Shield's cousin in this motherfucker. Maybe he was on the phone with her this morning and her stomach was hurting because she was cramping this morning. Like apparently maybe he a uncle like we don't know about.
Uncle. All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the pregame show. We thank you guys for tuning in. People are starting to trip. Stevo's about to get started at goddamn 10:30 in the morning, so we gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. Stevo and C-Dub will be back for the live call, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in for that. We love you guys, man. Let's go out and get this dub, man. I appreciate you guys so much, man. You can follow the show at Chicago Sky Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoSkyCentral@gmail.com. And then lastly, if you guys want to leave a text message and our voicemail, 773-270-2799. We're the #1 spot for everything Chicago Sky related. Peace out.